Hey friends, I hope your week is off to a great start. Today we're going to be doing another big salad. This one is from Forks Over Knives. It's their blood orange and farro salad with crispy chickpeas. This recipe looks really delicious. It doesn't have a big long list of weird ingredients that are going to be hard to find. In fact, everything except for the blood oranges I already had in my refrigerator or in my pantry. So this recipe is something that you can do any night of the week without a lot of extra planning. So I'm really excited to give this one a go. If you've got a recipe that you would like to see me try out, please let me know in the comments down below. I am always happy to take requests. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. In the chopping bowl, I've got 3 heads of artisan romaine. The recipe calls for 4 cups. This is probably a little over 4 cups, but we're going to chop it down. I think right there is just about perfect. So we can set this aside and work on our other vegetable toppings. So we need a ½ cup of green onions. For me, I'm going to do 3. Today I'm going to use the dark green and light green. I am going to skip the whites today. That looks nice. Scoop these up and toss them on top. And then 1 bell pepper diced. I'm using yellow, which is what the recipe calls for. Obviously, I'm going to chop up the top and bottom as well to not let anything go to waste. Next up, we've got a couple blood oranges going in. Trim off the top and bottom here to give myself a flat surface to work with, and then we'll just cut that peel off. And I'm trying to get as close as I can to the fruit to get all the white off without losing too much fruit in the process. With the peels off, we can just cut between the segments to liberate the fruit. Realistically, you could skip this step. I don't find orange membranes to be particularly bothersome. However, in the spirit of the recipe, I'm going to give it a go. Next up, we've got the salad dressing coming together with a lot of really flavorful ingredients. So in a small bowl here, I've got a ¼ cup of blood orange juice, plus 3 tablespoons of the reserved aquafaba from the chickpeas I roasted earlier, a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and then a teaspoon each of Dijon mustard and maple syrup. And then lastly, a ¼ teaspoon of cinnamon. And then we'll just whisk this all together. So the aquafaba is what's foaming up in here, and that's giving us a little bit of body to the salad dressing. All right, and I think that looks really nicely combined. The fragrance from the cinnamon is coming through so strong. I'm really curious to see how this tastes. This is going by so fast. We are almost to the finish line. Here I've got 1 cup of dry cooked farro. I boiled this just like pasta. You saw me do that in my meal prep video here. I let this cool down to about room temperature, and then we'll just pour the dressing over the top as well. And then real quick, we'll toss this all together. When you're ready to eat, just sprinkle the roasted chickpeas over the top. That way they stay nice and crispy. You guys got to hear this. Unbelievable crunch. This came together super fast. It was just a little bit of tahini, curry powder, and then smoked paprika. Matthew and I are going to have this salad for dinner tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and just pour the chickpeas on now. I'm going to give it 1 quick little toss just to get those mixed in a bit. This came together unbelievably fast, so it's perfect for a weeknight dinner. Let's see how it tastes. And the cinnamon is coming through really strong in the dressing. The orange juice is a little bit sweet and sour, plus that red wine vinegar gives some extra acid. The flavor of the dressing is amazing. My one criticism is that the dressing itself is a little bit thin. I would like something that kind of hugs the lettuce a little bit more. So the next time I make this, I will probably soak some cashews in water in advance and then make the dressing in the blender with maybe 1/8 cup of cashews or something, just to get a little bit of extra body and creaminess in here. Alternatively, you could toss some tahini in as you whisk that together. We've already got tahini on the chickpeas, so it wouldn't be out of the ordinary to introduce that flavor back in here. So I really hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up and click subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.